Okay, so we're going to talk about something called brain rot. It sounds like a meme, right? Some goofy new slang the internet came up with. But what if I told you it's not a joke? What if it's a real, physical thing that might be happening inside your head right now?
And I want to be super clear about this. This isn't a metaphor for feeling a little, foggy after scrolling for too long.
Nope. The evidence is pointing to something way more real. The actual physical structure of your brain could be changing, all because of our habits online.
So let's just dive right in and look at the physical toll, the actual cost of being so connected all the time. So, brain rot. You know the feeling. It's what happens after you've been doom scrolling for an hour. You've seen a million things, but you can't remember a single one, and the idea of focusing on just one task feels impossible. That's it. That's brain rot.
And here's where it gets kinda scary. That endless scrolling isn't just a waste of time. It can cause a literal thinning of your cerebral cortex. I mean, that's the CEO of your brain. It's the part that handles complex thought, planning, even your personality. And it's thinning out.
So how on earth does this happen? What's the trick that keeps us glued to our screens, even when part of us is screaming to stop? Well, it turns out our brains are being played by a system designed to exploit them. So, welcome to the dopamine casino.
To get how the casino works, you gotta understand its currency, which is dopamine. And it's not just about feeling good. It's the chemical that screams, hey, pay attention, something cool might be about to happen. It's all about motivation and anticipation.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. The apps and platforms we use every single day, they aren't just innocent tools. They're built from the ground up to be addictive environments that tap right into that reward system.
The secret weapon here is something called variable ratio reinforcement. It's a fancy term for the exact same principle that makes a slot machine so addictive. You pull the lever, and maybe you win, maybe you don't. It's totally unpredictable. Your social media feed works the exact same way. You pull down to refresh, and maybe you'll see an amazing video, or a message from a friend, or just more junk. It's the maybe that gets you. That's the hook.
There are these classic, kind of horrifying experiments that show just how powerful this is. You take a rat and you give it food, but you also give it a little lever. When it presses the lever, it gets a random, powerful jolt of dopamine. Pretty soon, the rat ignores the food. It will just press the lever over and over again, sometimes until it literally starves. The reward system gets completely hijacked.
And before you think, well, I'm not a rat, just think about the last time you tried to sit down and read a book. How long did it take before that buzz in your pocket pulled you away? Every time that happens, you're picking the lever over the real nourishment.
Okay, that was the bad news. But here's the really, really good news. You are not a rat in a cage. And this casino, it can be beaten. It's time to talk about how to beat the house. It's time for some neural reclamation. Here's the most important thing to get. Your brain is amazing. It's resilient. It has this incredible ability to heal and rewire itself. It's called neuroplasticity. It wants to get better. You just have to stop feeding it the junk that's causing the damage in the first place. So, what's the first step? A really solid first move is a 2-week digital detox. This isn't about giving up your phone forever. It's just about breaking that compulsive cycle, giving your brain a chance to breathe and for those dopamine receptors to just reset. Now, breaking an old habit is one thing. Building a new one is the real goal. And studies show it takes, on average, about 66 days to really forge a new habit, to build a new pathway in your brain that makes focus, not distraction, the default. So what does it look like on the other side of all this? What's the payoff for doing the work? Well, it's about going from a brain that's thinning to one that is absolutely thriving.
Remember that thinning cortex we started with? By choosing to cut out the noise, you're not just resting your brain, you're actively reversing the damage. You're giving it the space it needs to rebuild those connections to literally make them thicker and stronger. You're rebuilding your ability to think deeply.
So let's just lock all this in. 1. Brain rot isn't just a funny phrase. It's linked to real, physical thinning of your brain. 2. The platforms you're on are built to be dopamine casinos. They're designed to hook you. But the most important part is 3, your brain can and will heal itself. And 4, a digital detox is your most powerful first step to get that focus back.
The fractured attention, the constant need for a new hit of information, the physical cost it takes on your mind, that is brain rot.
But it doesn't have to be the end of the story. The house doesn't always have to win. So the only question that's really left is, are you ready to start rebuilding?